Los Angeles County Morgue, the final resting spot. Entering the morgue always provides a sense of anticipation.
Hi, Detective Carey.
It's Sherry Moore, the girl everyone adores.
Hello, Sherry. I'd like to see Deputy Nobles. Is he available?
Show me your badge. You can go on in, Detective Carey.
Hello, Detective Carey. You like my jokes?
Russell Marks, assistant to Deputy Coroner Sam Nobles.
I don't.
Well, that's okay, because I got 1,000,000 of them. Go right in, Detective.
It's Hickman's personal belongings envelope. It's Bobby Washington's personal belongings envelope. You pick up Hickman's personal belongings envelope. You pick up Bobby Washington's personal belongings envelope.
Hello, John.
Hello, Sam. I'd like to ask you a few questions, Sam. You got a minute?
You bet, John. Fire away.
Sam, what can you tell me about the youth?
Exactly what would you like to know, John?
The boy's identification? Confirmed, and if so, by whom?
The Lucky Mini Mart owner confirmed the body as Bobby Washington, a local neighborhood boy.
Has the boy's family been notified?
Yes, and as I am sure you can imagine, the mother is near hysterics. Her name is Bernadette Washington, and she lives around the corner from the alley. The poor woman is so upset she can't yet bring herself to come down and claim the body, or the few small trinkets we found on the boy.
Sam, do you have a preliminary on the boy's cause of death?
I counted 17 points of entry, John. The boy was mowed down, execution style. Cause of death? Gang violence, if you want a personal opinion. Professional opinion? The youth was killed by gunshot wounds to the head and body.
Has the boy's autopsy been performed yet?
Yes, it was, John. I was able to pull 3 slugs out of the body. They look like 9mm. I've sent them over to SID for a ballistics check. The body is in cold storage, waiting for the family.
The body of your best friend now has an incision from the groin to the larynx.
Sam, what can you tell me about Bob?
Why don't you begin at the beginning and begin by asking me the specifics? That way I won't miss any topic you might want to explore.
Sam, have you completed Hickman's autopsy? What are your preliminary findings?
The autopsy is complete. Beyond the surface evidence, I found a ruptured gastrointestinal tract. Fluids were sampled, and I'm having toxicology tests run, including all known poisons.
Sam, will you go over the physical marks found on the body?
Yes, there are 2 injection marks on the upper left arm, the burn marks to the face and upper torso, the epoxied eyes, the missing index finger, and then there are restraint marks. The restraint marks appear where you would most expect to find them, on the ankles and the wrists. At these points I found fibrous material, all very consistent with what you would expect to find at a torture scene.
Sam, what can you tell me about the body lividity?
Lividity appears 2 places on the body, first and most notably on the buttocks. This would indicate to me that Hickman died while sitting and then was left in that position for a period of time. Or, once killed, he was moved to a sitting position and then left for a time. The second area of lividity appears on the upper back and shoulder area, and I believe resulted from the time the body spent in the alley.
Sam Nobles is a walking encyclopedia of information.
See ya, detective.
It's amazing this wall withstood the fire that burned this building down. Empty freight containers. This field must be used to unpack stolen goods. These same graffiti call letters appear elsewhere in the neighborhood. Recognizing the graffiti, you make a notation. It appears that slugs from a fire alarm are lodged in the wall. Be more specific, Carrie. You loosen the slug from the wall. Be more specific. Be more specific. You loosen the slug from the wall. You loosen the slug. Be more specific. Be more specific. You loosen the slug from the wall. You loosen the. You loosen the. You loosen the slug from. You loosen the slug. You loosen. You loosen the slug. You loosen the slug. Be more specific, Carrie. You loosen the. Be more. Be more. You loosen the. You loosen the slug. Be more. Be more. You loosen the slug from the wall. This slug is already loose. Be careful, you could lose it in the grass below. Detective, be more. Detective, be. Detective, be.
What you looking at?
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD, homicide. What's your name, young man?
Emo Jones.
Do you live in the neighborhood, Emo? You have an address, maybe a phone number?
Yeah, I live here. 162 South Florence. No phone.
I'd like to ask you fellas a couple of questions.
You be the man. Ask away.
Last night there was a double murder, a police officer and a neighborhood boy, Bobby Washington. Do you know anything that might help us solve what happened to them?
I be knowing nothing. That copper? What do he be doing down here anyway?
Did you know Bobby Washington?
Gee, yeah, that little man was okay. He always be saying he gonna grow up and be the next Dave Stewart.
You a big baseball fan? I see you've got a baseball.
Yeah, baby, I like all them sports. This here ball, I find it. Find it in the field. What's lost is now mine.
If you can think of anything that might help us, why don't you give me a call down at Parker Center? Just ask for Robbery Homicide Detective Carey. You never know when I might be able to repay the favor.
I be hearing you, baby. Yo, I be fly today. Never know when I'm gonna know something that can help.
I'm Detective Carey, LAPD. Do you live around here, son?
Shit, I live with my grandma down on Hoover.
Son, what is your name?
Herbie Lewis.
Herbie, do you know anything that might help us solve last night's double murder?
Shit, no, man. I was with my granny. You ask her.
Can't think of anyone who might have wanted to see Bobby or the police officer hurt?
Shit, I just live around here, man. I don't know nothing.
Can't think of anyone who might have wanted to see Bobby or the police officer hurt?
Shit, I just live.
The Rainbow Cafe, a rather inviting little place.
Talk is, you're a cop. Cops are bad for my business. My advice to you, keep moving. You got earwax or something? You ain't listening? I don't want your business.